You're watching the 2025 SCAC Track and Field Media Days. Today, we're taking a look at the Centenary College men's and women's track and field programs. The ladies and gents will once again be led as they head into the season of guidance of head coach Joseph Moses Jr., along with leadership from sophomores Bryan Washington on the men's side and first year Grayson Shugart on the women's side. And Coach Bryan, Grayson, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Coach, we'll open things up with you. Heading into this season, it's been fun to see the growth of these two programs over these last couple of years. I'm interested just where you've seen kind of the bigger growth within these two programs over these last few seasons, and how have your expectations changed from last year to this year coming into this season? How excited to get going with these groups?
Well, like you said, the last couple of seasons, we just wanted to grow the team in numbers. And so now the expectation is from the last couple of years, it was just compete in conference. Now it's just go compete at nationals. We have a dynamic of men that are very talented, and we're working on the women's side also. We have some women that are very talented. So that we're just looking at competing well at conference and making it to nationals.
Bryan, how would you describe, the team's energy coming into this season? What's motivating this group coming into this year? And, from a team perspective, what are you most excited about, coming into this championship run here in this second semester?
I mean, it's kind of like Coach said, we have a lot of numbers. So me switching over now in the spring, coming to this group, it's pretty interesting. Now everybody's bonded together. Everybody knows each other. So energy at the during practices, everybody's live competing. Everybody kind of knows the standard that they already need to do. So once one person, if they maybe slacking, everybody just picks them up, and you just keep going throughout the week.
Grayson, coming into this first season at the college level, I'm interested from your perspective. What are you most excited about? Coming into your first collegiate track and field season. How have you transitioned coming in from the high school level, and just what are you most excited about coming into this first year at there at Centenary?
I think the transition I think it's been good. I think the workouts coming in from high school level definitely were a change, but it's nothing that I haven't been able to do. I've just been most excited about being able to run and jump and just compete and keep getting PRs and keep getting better.
Coach, one of the things that we've discussed over the time is just, how the track and field season can be a long one, and there's definitely hurdles throughout the course of the year as you build up towards that championship portion of the run. So I'm interested just, as you've gained experience as a head coach over these years, what have you found to be the most effective in terms of maintaining momentum throughout the year with your athletes? How do you, keep athletes motivated and focused throughout the season?
Well, the first thing is setting a goal for yourself as an athlete. You got to do that. And then, so as a coach, you remind them that you have those goals to reach. And so, again, I try to keep it like the kids say, lively at practice, and just, keep them focused, keep them motivated, as far as just always talking to them about different events that they do, sending them little clips of videos to just keep them motivated. It's a long season. Practices could be grueling, but they have that end goal, which is that goal they have to reach.
Bryan, as a sprinter, I always find it fascinating. Just, how cool is it to be fast? What does it feel like to be fast? And, going through that first year at the college level last year, what did you learn with that experience to, kind of help continue to grow your confidence and continue to get faster coming into this season?
It's a pretty fun experience. It's not like at this college level, it's kind of different from, elementary school, line up on a line, see who run the fastest. Now it's kind of like you're going against people who have been doing this for a living. And so at that point, when you go out and compete and you're seeing how fast you are against these other people, it's a fun experience. And then from experience from last year, I wasn't really expecting to do much. I didn't even know I was going to come and compete, but I just want to go out and try it. And, PR every week is just fun experience.
Grayson, I'm interested just, how has the team chemistry started to develop with your group, the bonding with this team? How do you and your teammates, push each other both, on and off the track to continue to grow and get better? And how important will that chemistry be just as far as kind of that overall team success moving forward for the rest of the year?
I think the chemistry's been good. It's definitely a change coming in from like a high school where I ran against a whole bunch of different people and then coming into a different environment and just people I didn't know, but I think the chemistry is good. We've all been able to like connect and talk, and in practice it's easy to push each other because it's just like everyone wants the same goal, everyone wants to get better, so everyone's just pushing each other. And I know for me, like sometimes I'll text my two other teammates our like little girl group chat, and I'm just like, make sure to drink water today, or make sure you eat good food today, knowing that coach is gonna kill us today. So
Coach, what do you want fans to know about these two teams? You have the unique perspective of being with these groups day in and day out at practices. You're on the van and bus rides off the meets, and of course they're on meet days as well. And as you've gotten to know these two teams and see them grow at the start of this season, what have you learned about them that you want fans to know? And what are some strengths you see in these two programs that supporters will be excited about heading into the second half of the season?
Yeah, they're both very talented men and women team we have this year. I definitely would tell the fans to come out and support us, come out and watch good running and jumping. They're very unique. All of them very unique. So, they're like my kids away from home. And so, I'm very protective of them. I don't like a lot of coaches talking to them and stuff. So, but they're very, very talented, smart, student athletes that I would trade for the world.
Finally, as we wrap up with our two student athletes, as you've had conversations with some of the other teammates and leaders within your groups about some of the goals and expectations, coming into this season, what have those conversations looked like? And ultimately, what do you both see as being key for your groups to go out, as a team and accomplish those goals heading into this year?
I think personally for me was when I talk to everybody, I'm kind of more focused on growth. Like, we have a lot of meets. Your first meet, there's some meets you might not do good, but it's not your last race basically. So I know last year, like Coach said, it was more competing conference, but now we're at a scale where we can go and put numbers up at nationals. So I think that's the goal mostly.
I think it's kind of just for me staying positive and helping keep my teammates motivated and help them to push to continue to put in the work to get better.
And finally, Coach, as we wrap up with you, what's been your message? It's cool to hear these two athletes that you have with us today just kind of talk about their goals, their expectations coming into this season. So what's kind of been your message to sort of help support those goals and aspirations of these teams? And, what are they, having them dialed in and focused on here early on in the season to make sure they're set up and prepared to make a run here during this championship stretch of the season?
Just, stay healthy. That's the first one. Eat right, drink, hydrate, all that good stuff. Sleep as much as you can because they have to study. But reach your goals. That's the key. Just reach your goals every weekend. We would like to have some PRs, get better time wise, jump wise, distance wise. So just reach your goals. That's all.
Centenary College head men's and women's track and field coach Joseph Moses Jr., along with leadership from sophomore Bryan Washington on the men's side and first year Grayson Shugart on the women's side. Coach Moses and the ladies and gents will return to action when they head over to the McNeese State Invite on March 15th. Coach Bryan, Grayson, thanks so much for your time today and best of luck as you march forward throughout the rest of the season.
Thank you. Go Gents.